So without any further ado, let me switch to my desktop. And let's start right up by starting up the Swimlane Timeline from our desktop shortcut. There's a lot of different ways you can start it. You can start it from within Visio. You can start it from within Project. And I'll show you those later. But for right now, I just wanted to show you starting it from the desktop. The first thing it asks you is, where do you want to get your data? And I can add files from anywhere in my system or on the network, and I can add active projects. So if I'm a Project Server user and I've got Project Professional and I've opened up a couple of projects, I can say add active projects, and they'll show up in here, and I can pick the single or multiple project server schedules that I want to work with. In this case, let's start with Excel, and I'm going to, first of all, show you what's in this file. This is a portfolio of project milestones, in fact. Each one of these named items is a project, and they have a finish date. So some key things about Excel data here. The sheet 1 is the name here, and this name can be any name you want, but it cannot have any spaces. So it can't be sheet space 1. It needs to be sheet underscore 1 or sheet 1. But so that's one of the requirements, very simple requirement. Another is you have to have at least these two fields. One is a name field, and the other is a date field. And it needs to be called either start or finish, or you can have both, start and finish. In fact, if we took a look at the handout that is the Excel guidelines, you'll see, again, this is right out of the user's guide, that you can have name, start underscore date, or start or finish underscore date or finish, and either the start date or the finish date must be present. If only one date is found, the name is visualized, the named item is visualized as a milestone. All Excel columns are red. So in this example here, we're going to read in these other columns as well. In fact, the project status, you'll see one of these projects have a status of complete, late due to predecessor, or on track, and those projects are associated with some roadmap type, whether it's infrastructure, technology, or top 5 app. So I'm going to aim the Swimlane Timeline at that, and let's go ahead and generate the Swimlane Timeline from it. It's saying, okay, how do you want to group these tasks? And if you remember, I had a roadmap type. Let's go ahead and group these by roadmap type. And now it's reading in the data, and it's going to create a swim lane for each of the roadmap types. And you can see it comes up pretty quick here. And I'm going to take this swim lane, my top 5. I really want that at the top, so I'll simply drag it up. This is Visio, so it's a drag and drop environment, and they're now all showing right here at the top. Now, I'm inside of Visio. This is Visio 2010. By the way, I'm going to be demonstrating this today with Windows 7, Visio Project, and Office 2010. But it does work in 2003 and 2007 environments, and I'll try to point out some of the differences. One is in 2010, which is really nice, that we can use what's called a ribbon interface that allows us to put all of the capabilities right at your fingertips here. In 2003 and 2007, you have all the same features, but it's a visibility pull-down menu with sub-menus, and also all of the data fields are in a toolbar. So it's slightly different, but you pretty much have all access to everything. But it is very nice in the ribbon environment. Now you'll see here, because I'm running at 1024 by 768 resolution, it's smart enough to kind of shrink these down, and I'll show you what is in formatting and custom fields and exporting. And again, if I was running at a little bit higher resolution, those would all show up nice here. So that's the ribbon. You can tell, we've spent quite a bit of time developing this application. It's been nearly 5 years now that we've been working on it, making it better and better and better. But we know that there's always, new features and capabilities. So if you get some ideas that maybe you're not seeing that we're supporting with this, please let us know. We'll be happy to work with your organization and make additions to this. So I want to go back to the Excel spreadsheet for a minute because I want to show you some fields that I've hidden. I want to unhide these now. And these are the special Swimlane Timeline visibility custom fields. And you can have these fields in your Excel spreadsheets, or you can also have them in your project schedule as custom task fields. In Excel, so their visibility short name, which is a nickname that you can use. In some case, the actual names of items are very verbose, and maybe all you need is an acronym. So this allows you to apply a short name immediately to all items in your Swimlane timeline. Notice, some have them, some don't. Wherever they don't have a nickname, it'll use the long name. Then there's visibility color, and the color is based off of the palette. And if let's reference the other handout is the visibility custom field handout that I put up in the live meeting here. And you can see the color is from Visio's color palette. So color 1 is white, 2 is red, 3 is green, etc. And then we also have a visibility type, and this is the milestone type, where 1 is a diamond, 2 is 2 triangles, you have pin, star, up arrow. So all of those are available to you. So that's visibility type. So now let's go back to our Swimlane timeline, and let's apply those custom fields. So I'll apply colors, and now I'll apply my milestone types. So these will be, different types of milestones. And then, if I'd like, I can also apply those short names too. But what I really wanted to find out is, which of my projects is running late. Let's go ahead, and I want to show you another feature here is we can add a new page based off of this same data, and I'm going to say, let's show these projects by project status. Okay, and in fact, what I want to do is I want to see just those tasks that are running late and late due to predecessors. So you can see here, I'm seeing everything right now, and there's a couple of ways I can do that, but I'm going to use what's called a name filter, and I'm going to apply that. And I want to zoom in on a date range, and so I want to do multiple things at once, and I'm going to do that using a style. I've already created a style that I call my Demo 1 Late Projects by Status. And this style applies all kinds of settings that I've previously done, and the filters and date ranges, and there we go. So now that's applied. It's showing me my late and late due to predecessors. Maybe I want my late ones on top here. Notice it's applied the custom field colors and the types all in this. Now, perhaps what I'd like to do is actually see them, which ones are late and late due to predecessors in this report. So I have them grouped by my roadmap type. And to do that, I'll apply that name filter that I applied in the previous one. I'll say, let's look at and apply the late tasks. And what that is saying is, it's looking at the project status field, and it's saying let's make that equal, if that's equal to late, or project status is equal to late due to predecessor, then those are the only ones that I want to look at. I'm going to filter on those. And notice it'll apply when I hit save here. And so now I'll be filtering on this nice view, which will be looking at them grouped by roadmap type, but which ones are late, which ones are the ones I really need to look at. And perhaps the last thing I want to do is change my title. And I can select the title, and from the Visio's Shape Data window, I can go ahead and change that title to be, for example, Late Projects by Roadmap Type. There we are. And now maybe this is something I want to, this report is something I want to put into a PowerPoint slide deck. We make that easy for you. You can send this. And in fact, this will send all pages, maybe so that I maybe don't need this page. I just want this page right here. Export that out to PowerPoint. And so with the click of a button, I got this out to PowerPoint. And we can go ahead and show that. I'll just zoom in on it. Just be aware that I'm in live meeting, and so the resolution isn't going to be as sharp and crisp as when you're running outside a live meeting. So it's nice that it automatically will create that PowerPoint slide for you. So that's the first example I wanted to show you with Excel. In that case, it was all milestones.